Good. That's better. That's better. There we go. That's better.
Oh yeah, my friends. Good morning. I have a tournament this morning, and so this is what I do before tournaments: is I putt a little bit. This contraption here is a speaker base. It has like a rod that goes up right here, and then it's got like a platform, and I put speakers on it, right? But I don't use it anymore, and so it's a perfect training tool just to putt the ball straight. And then I putt to tees. I don't like the holes so much because I have to bend down and take the ball out. And so what I've done is I've put some candle covers. They're just lids to a candle. You'll see this is a candle lid that I put inside of the cup, and that way the ball doesn't actually go into the cup. And I have a few of these, but not every hole has them. But I rarely putt to the holes just because I've noticed that it's a nuisance to have to take the ball out of the hole consistently. So if I can get more repetition, that is better. That way you're cutting fat all the time as opposed to wasting time taking balls out of cups. So I will get rid of this stand in just a little bit. What I do is I go through about 50 putts, and then I get rid of it, and then I just putt by myself or without the guidance of that. But that works as braces. It's like whenever you wear braces, you don't need to tell your teeth to stay in a straight line. They just stay in a straight line because they've gotten used to the braces over the teeth. This is what this does. It's like braces for the putting stroke. And this is a good technique that I use prior to tournaments so that I don't have to show up to the golf course and spend the time trying to adjust right before a tournament, because that's one of the most stressful times, is just before a tournament. You don't want to be thinking, is my putting stroke, on par? By doing this, now I can show up to the golf course comfortably and just focus on warming up and getting my speed right, getting the speed of the ball correct on the putting green. And then I'll do a little bit of short game, but not much. It wasn't always like this. I've developed this system over years and years of competing. But there was a time where I used to panic before tournaments, and I would try to fit all my practice in before a tournament. So I would go to the bunkers for a little bit. I would, putt long distance for a little bit. I would putt short distance for a little bit. I would go on the range and I would hit my wedges and every one of my clubs and my driver. I don't do that anymore. I just focus on maintaining a straight line to short distances, and everything else will take care of itself. But it's taken years and years and years of figuring these things out right before a tournament. What time is it? It's 8:30. So I want to be there at 9. The first tee time goes off at 9:40. So I got about 15 minutes. Thanks for joining me on this live stream. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, pretty early. And I put a sauna in one of the restrooms, a portable sauna. So I hit that for about a half hour. And that woke me up. Then I hit the shower, shaved a little bit, had breakfast,
And now here we are. It's not jumping. That's a good thing. The ball's not jumping. Typically, when I'm putting bad, it's because I'm putting too much pressure on the ball, and the ball jumps. It skips. I'm not doing that right now, so that's a good thing. It's just rolling nicely, end over end, end over end. Okay. Do you guys prefer I keep my mouth shut and just putt? I like to zone out and just practice and not focus on anything. Just repetitive, quiet practice. Repetitive, quiet practice. Whew. Okay, that looks good. I started putting right hand low about 2 months ago, and it started clearing up my putts. I noticed that when I was going right hand low, like this, I was guiding the ball too much. I like putting like this. This is my natural stroke. But I noticed that I was pulling the ball a lot because this hand dominates. I am right-handed. And this is the motor that guides it because it's behind. So what I started noticing is that I would get like nervous and I would bop it. I would like stab at the ball. And by doing that, it caused it to pull. So then I just switched to right hand low. Left hand low. And this is kind of just the anchor. And they kind of balance each other out, although I still notice that this is still the motor, but because it's up on top, there's not a lot of leverage to it. So the left hand still guides it, the right hand is the motor, but there's not a lot of leverage to it because it's up on top, and so the ball just goes straighter. Although I will mention that if you do left hand low, you're going to struggle on long putts. You have to practice really long putts. I'm talking about like 15 feet and beyond. So I started 3-putting a lot. And I noticed this in my tournaments, and so I had to make an adjustment. And I started putting like this so that I could strengthen this hand. Strengthen the feel, the comfort level would go up. And sure enough, it did. It just took it took a few weeks of practice of doing it. But so long as you're disciplined about it and you practice it regularly, it will iron out. You just have to develop the discipline first. That's good. I like that. I think if I wanted, I could actually putt like this. Comfortably. Is it smart? Probably not, because when it comes down to a real serious putt, you probably just don't want to be holding it with one hand. Obviously, you're going to have more leverage with two hands. And in a competitive nature, you're going to end up having more leverage and more comfort with two hands. But it seems to go straighter with just one hand. There we go. Got a few more. And then I'll take the metal base away. Yeah? Here we go. Okay. Two more, and then I'll take the metal base away. Okay, and one more. All right, so now I'll take the metal base away, and I'll put all of these again without the metal base. There we go. Here we go. Excuse me. All right, here we go. So I have a T right here, and that kind of guides me so that I don't get off line because it's right behind the putter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Your body, your stroke will just remember the metal guide without having to think about it. But you just got to do it long enough. I've never had braces, but I mean, isn't it a couple of years? Every girl that I've ever dated, not every girl, but every girl that I dated who had braces had them for a couple of years. That's kind of what I remember. A couple of years. $8:35. It's almost show time. Nice. Years ago, when I first started competing, I would think that you got to hurry up and get the practice in, so I would go fast. You know what I mean? Like a very repetitive boom there, and quickly get to the next one. Boom, get to the next one. And over the years, I've realized that it's not so much about getting a lot of practice in, so much as it is being calm and being more graceful, being more deliberate, making sure your line is accurate, making sure you're staying online with your path. But it's taken me years to figure that out. That it's not about repetitive practice the day of the tournament or quickly trying to jam the practice in. It's more about being more patient and just allowing the practice that you've put in months and months in advance, allowing that to settle in nicely into your swing, into your rhythms. Took a long time to figure that out. Long time of struggling. Oh yeah, there it is. See, as I'm discussing it right now, I'm noticing my line is getting straighter, the ball is rolling smoother. I'm being more deliberate. There it is. I mean, it's just a perfect little rhythm to it. And I'm not trying to quickly get through it. Yeah, beautiful. She's a beauty. Oh, yeah. I don't think. Perfect. $840. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, let me try one-handed. Boom. One-handed. Okay. One-handed. Very nice. Nice. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh. Few more. Just a few more. Sorry, is anybody watching this crap? Hey, Brandon. That's right. Who is Chats Magoots? I want to know who that is because Miho is something that I say to a lot of my friends. So I'm really curious as to who this is. I think I know you. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I do because Miho is something that I say is a funny way. For those of you guys that don't know, Miho is my son. Tell me who you are. Reveal yourself. All right, here we go. Very nice. Very happy with it. This makes me feel good before competition too, because it makes me feel like I'm proactive, and it makes me feel like I've done the things that I need to do well in a tournament. You know, if you don't do well, you can only blame yourself, because if you do bad, you can only blame yourself, right? But at least you could start the tournament and say to yourself, I did what I needed to do to come out on top. And, you know, that doesn't mean that you always will. Because golf is golf. Golf is very difficult. But at least I gave it the best, or gave it a good opportunity by preparing properly, taking the time to do it. Okay, I got a couple more here and then we're done. I gotta start preparing to get out of here. Okay, good. And let's go back to two hands. Good, and one more. And we're done, kids. That's it, and that's all. Boom. All right. Thanks for tuning in, my amigos. I'll see you tonight. I think I'll be editing a video tonight. That's it.